P8, we got Daniel
I believe
Falkingham.
fifth,
P9,
we'll
we
probably
got
just
Steve
get their money
Sizemore.
back, maybe a
10,
couple
we got
extra dollars, but
Evan Carlholm.
top heavy to the
We
top
got
4.
11th place, we got,
And
we got?
then
Jared Haynes.
there are some new
12th
rules
place, we got
from
John
admin
Darnell III.
any driver
P13,
found
we got
be assessed
P14,
a
we got
$5
Adam
fine.
Young.
That will be
P15,
added
we
to
got Chris
your
Melton.
entry fee for the next
P16, we
race
got
you
Michael
enter
Guest.
in this series.
P17, we
All
got
costs
Hunter Hastings.
that
Ryan
will
Hennings.
be reviewed
P19,
by
we got
the
Mark Bondell.
Okay, Johnny, we've got 2 laps to get the job done, mate.
Maybe not. Kyler might hold on to it, but regardless, they're on the front row, and Dylan Basin getting good pushes to Kyler Wynn on that outside for now. Here comes Trevor Esmond off on that inside. Maybe to help out Malik a little bit. They're still double file all the way through.
You know, it really is crazy, Kevin, the difference between the two different Atlanta tracks. I mean, this one really does feel like a super speedway. Just watching it.
Yeah, and they're going to stay a lot closer than what we saw at the 2008 configuration on one of our broadcasts, I think, with CMS, but it's going to be a night and day.
That's the end of the session, 6th place.
You start to kind of stack down below, that outside line's kind of...
What does that mean?
My bad, there, driver.
get her on, I'll give it to you, man.
Yo, you got me? John. 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 John, John, John. John, John, John. John, you got me?
Now the drivers roll down pit road into position and they begin at a timing line where a NASCAR official has them stop and then releases them as they've just done. Shane Van Gisbergen making his first all-star appearance.
God don't mind using fucking brakes early. Quit making race. Fucking dumbass 3.
That's about the fourth temper tantrum I've seen the 3-car throw.
Those 3 cars keep wrecking people.
Lots of braking right there, sliding the tires.
Good dumbass 13.
I guess any car is just a three in it, are just horrible drivers or something. I just keep hearing those threes.
Hope you feel good about that one, 13, because you don't know how to use the brakes.
Not my fault. You left an opening?
That's what she said.
That's what I'm telling the drivers say when they don't know how to use the brakes. It's the brake wrong. 2X.
If I look at it, you came down into my door. Actually, I held my line.
Disconnected. Overall 45. Detail 66.
Alright, so
Field of Garrett, Maine, Dan Ledbetter, Mark Jesper, right behind them. I don't know if you can see that, but he's just actionable. I think it's going to be a matter of time before we see us back together.
this is what we got. Let's see here. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Mic check. I hope no one's listening. I just sounded retarded. Undo that. We're going to do this. I ain't even got Discord on there yet. But it's going to need to be... You said they were quiet?
Yeah, I couldn't hear them at all. I could hear me and you talk. Well, a good bit louder than what I could hear the broadcast before they went completely silent. But as soon as you're in that car and you take off, you're not really hearing anything over that.
I turned it down.
I want to say
a super interesting race. It's not exactly the super speedways we're used to, but it's damn near it. Luke, what do you think about this one?
Now, you know, Kevin, I did a little bit of ARCA series racing earlier today, and I will tell you firsthand, these cars, they do not do very well in drag, especially on the outside line of Talladega. So that's about all I can really say about these cars.
Yeah, a little bit different than what these drivers are used to, not only with the track, but with the cars. It's going to be an interesting one.
Alright,
We have
guys,
90
welcome in
laps to get
Wednesday
used
night
to it,
here,
though, so I think it's going
R&R,
to be
the free
a
speech
good one
race.
here with the Roughneck
We're on
Series.
heater here tonight, hot track temp.
You'll have to remind me, we are
One
keeping
set of
the voice
tires
chat
in
on
the
for
pit,
these
so
guys,
two
correct?
sets of tires once you're
Yes,
on,
voice chat will
and
be
one
on this
in the pit.
race.
So keep that in mind.
And then there will actually be a little bit of a
Why
segment
only big
after the
boys
race
came
that
to
we'll get
play
into
here
a little bit more
tonight.
under
Start next
caution.
week will be
But for
season
now,
number
Luke, you want to
2.
take it away with the
So
grid?
don't want to miss that. It's going to be massive payouts
Yeah, sure. And starting us
put
off
in there
here on
from
the pole,
the
it's going to be Kyler Wynn. No
Wagners
surprise
on
there.
that
He's been
one.
one of
So
the
don't
front
want to miss
runners here.
start next
Dylan
week,
Basin
season
running the win
number
on the
2. But
outside line.
tonight we're gonna have some
Running
fun. We're
row
about
2,
10
we got Malik
10
Ray.
short
Joe
of the
Huerta.
wire.
Running row
We'll
3, we
still
got
pay.
Chris.
We're gonna pay the top
The
5,
big
not the
Bruce
top 6.
Walker.
I'll figure out those
P6, we
payouts in
got
just a
Trevor
second.
Azronow.
Top
P7, we got
4 are
Landon
gonna be pretty
Bellicky.
top heavy.
P8, we got Daniel
I believe
Falkenham.
5th
P9,
will
we
probably
got
just
Steve
get their money back,
Sizemore.
maybe a
P10,
couple
we got
extra dollars. But
Evan Carlholm.
top heavy for the
We
top
got
4.
11th place, we got
And then
Jared Haynes.
Garson
There's a
12th
little
will
place, we
Indy
got
car.
from the
John
admins here.
Darnell
And
III.
Any
but
driver found at
P13, we
fault
got
for a
Cody
caution
Eagles.
will be
seen
assessed a
P14, we got
$5
Adam
fine.
Young.
That will be
P15,
added
we
to
got Chris
your
Melton.
entry fee for the next
P16, we
race
got
you
Michael
enter in
Guest.
this series.
P17, we got
All
Hunter
cautions
Hastings.
that are deemed
P18, we
racing
got
deals by race
Ryan
control will
Hennings.
be reviewed
P19,
by
we got
those
Mark
guys
Vondell.
after the race, and a penalty may be
P20, we got
issued
Garrett
and is
Maines.
also subject to a
P21, we
$5
got
fine.
Daniel Everhart.
Any driver found to be ARCA
P22, we
breaking
got Joshua
during a race,
McCullough.
and I might not catch them all,
P23,
but
we
if I
got
do,
Connor
will be
Cunningham.
assessed a $10 fine
P24,
added
we
to
got
the
Kenny
next entry into
McCullough.
the series. Every offense will add
And
to
I
the entry
believe
fee
that's
for
going
the
to
next
round it
event.
off out here. I believe everyone
All
else is going
fines
to be like
collected will
RC
be
and
added
stuff
at the
like
end of the
that.
season
So
championship
getting
I
fund
do
ready to
payouts
close out Wednesday
the
and then
5
official
after
races out
series
today
here
with
tonight,
her.
for
Kevin.
the entire season.
Dummy.
So don't be
Yeah,
mad at me if I
Yeah,
call you.
and
I'm not
you
even thinking
know,
about that. Those guys are
surprising
in
to
here, no
see that
penalty. I'm just here to
some of
call the
these
race.
I mean,
guys
even better
are,
then, huh?
you know,
Yes.
shown
Don't
as
have to
registered but
purchase
not shown
nothing.
as qualified
Exactly.
or signed up. So we'll have to see if that's an issue on our end or if that is how that is.
Get to purchase
But I
something
thought
else.
some of those guys that I'm reading not racing were going to be
Yeah, I had
racing.
plans on
Oh,
mom was
we're
gonna
going
buy
green.
that for me if I needed it.
Other than that, yeah, pace car is in, and they are in the Geico restart zone, and we are green for the first time by
Well,
here. It happens quick, Luke. No heat races tonight, so what you see in right now is what you're getting. 90 laps of madness led by Kyler Wynn and Dylan Basin on his outside, but a huge surge for Malik Ray on the inside as he's going to get by Basin for as of now.
And, you know, like I was saying earlier, Kevin, I
Yeah,
got a little bit of a chance to
175 to first,
run
150
some
to second,
different
100
ARCA
to third,
series today.
75 to fourth,
And
30
I know the
for
outside
fifth,
line draft actually
25
was
for the
not
fun,
working on these
and
cars
broadcast
earlier.
cars. Thank you guys.
I sealed up the lobby, but it's going to be really interesting to see how the cars
out this
getting the
wheel and
feel. I mean, we're
modified
only
at
9 laps
North
in. Anything
Wilkesboro.
can happen. I think these guys are just starting to figure out, what's working where. And
How's it feeling?
it's really surprising to see how well that outside's
I was
working
just about ready to
compared to
hop
the
in it.
inside, really.
I
I mean,
finished
look,
up,
they're
get my
cleared like
stream ready,
3.5 right now.
and now it's go time. I gotta get some practice
Quickly
in
look back
because
at
I
it.
want to win this thing.
Back into their game plan too.
Yeah.
Exactly. We see
You
the
racing
whole
the
main
first and
buggy
third race
back to
too?
normal. It looked like he was it only
Oh
making
yeah.
20, the double wide, and then it seems like the back has kind of disappeared for Joshua McCullough. They're a good bit off. What's that? Michael Guest, EP20. See if they also have some stragglers running back there in the back. Not too sure if that's an early strategy from these guys or if that's some issues going on early, but Tyler Wynn is still your leader out here.
Yeah, and the glory of this new configuration of Atlanta, they could get a little bit far back, and as long as they group together and work together
Oh,
single
it's off
file,
there.
they could find the speed to make up some time here. Whereas, old Atlanta, if you found yourself a little ways back, it was harder to make up. Tyler Wynn, Daniel Falkingham, Dylan Basin, Trevor Esmanoff, and Malik Ray read your top 5 right now, with the 99 car of Darnell peeking at it in front of
Oh,
Malik.
we got
Not
a
getting
car
a
on the
big
wall on the
fork, but
outside line.
that's
He's
him.
getting swirly.
That's him. That's Darnell, and he is.
John Darnell. He's on the outside line. They're 3 wide. He's going to go up
Getting a fade
high.
pass.
Ew, he's
Oh,
still
and he's
hitting the
back
wall.
into it. Trying to keep it off. Also trying to keep out of trouble, and that's really going to hurt him as he falls back to P19, P20 now. But I don't want to say he has too much damage because
We'll see.
he was into it, but he wasn't into it too hard. So we'll have to keep an update on his pace as he is running with Michael Guest now. They're sort of in the back.
Yeah,
But
they're
that's going
fighting
to
for
bring
that P19, P20. But he still remains in the wrap of the main field, so unfortunate for him early on, but he's still not out of it. So if you jump back up here to the lead field, still Tyler Wynn, Daniel Falkingham, and Basin Astronaut.
She's been hearing it for a while now, and she
Yeah,
just
and
said she
Basin
heard
and
it.
Malik trying to make it work there on the bottom with the 78 of Evan Carlton, but just not too much speed down there. As Brian Hennings is actually going to get around Malik Ray for that 5th position. It is a top 5 payout type of night, Luke, I do believe. Let me double check on that. If you heard anything from Mike or anything from
I have not just
Wagner.
yet.
Alright, I'll go based off what Flyer's saying, and that's going to be top 6 actually. Based off what we see on the Flyer, which I would imagine is correct. We have a full field out here. I think it was 26 cars.
225. We're going to go maybe take an encore or two
I've
while
gotten used to the. I've gotten used to the.
Tim, you
He's
gonna
right
set up
behind
Wilkesboro, or
the
you want me to?
inside line. He's running
What is it?
that back. He's about
I was asking Tim if he wants me to
2
set the Wilkesboro up.
pushing that number 11.
Yeah, him and Dylan Basin really been trying to get this inside line to work. They're not losing pace. They're not, losing positions, but they're, not really getting much speed on that outside line. Hey Jay, how we doing, brother?
What's going on, Jay?
hopes of some of those guys that try to stay out till 44, 45 maybe
held his line there on the
save
bottom.
some
He had
fuel
position.
and
The 89
play
was
on
not clear,
strategy.
comes down and puts himself in front of the one.
And
10-4.
sounds like the fault's going to go on Trevor Azarnoff. They're going to deem it a racing incident. It seems just Trevor at fault there. He was not clear on the low line, came down. But it sounds like it was all sorted, and unfortunately, that's going to be the end of the night here for Trevor Azarnoff.
Yeah, I think an EOL from the RC is kind of the least of his concerns.
Anyone get arc brakes or anything?
You see
Anyone want me to
relief
review
brake
something?
coming in for a pit. Maybe has some damage.
You give me
It
any
shouldn't
well.
be too
I
much.
went down trying to miss
Doesn't look
that
like he
car.
got
I got
too
into
much in that incident, but
Ryan.
regardless, he's going to go into the pits now.
Yeah, and I think if you could check, I think we might have saw everybody pit, and this is the second time around. If you want to check the no.
James, is it telling you to start there?
We're seeing
Yeah.
who stopped
Wagner
scoring
stayed
most
out,
of the
Darnell
guys.
stayed out.
If we switch it to the top 5.
I think that was enough.
Seems like everybody has pit twice except for John Darnell, who has not taken his pit just yet.
Yeah, and if you remember John
Turn
Darnell,
that thing on
he was
again.
running
up,
top
we're
5
gonna-
for the first, I think,
turn it
20-ish
on
laps
if
of
you
this
could.
race. Got into the wall
Or
a
the
few
YouTube.
times down
everybody
the
is
straightaway.
Yeah.
And then he fell back to P20,
really
so maybe
really
trying to
fast,
play a little bit of
really fast.
strategy to get his way back up through the field and back into a viable position.
Yeah, that's our first caution on the night after. We're going 2 laps 63 at the start. We had a lot of green laps that have come out here thus far. We're hoping to see many more out here. Pace car is going in, and we're going green out here for the second time of the evening, waiting on the flag to be waved by the official. And we are green once again with the Rough Neck Racing Series out here at Atlanta.
Hey, there we go.
That outside line, looking fast, but Garrett Main's going to split it and try to get low here in front of Darnell, who's going to lose some speed pretty quickly there.
Like a lot of lights racing by there. The back seat looks
I think we're already seeing a little bit of 3 wide action, to be honest.
Alright, stay on it.
Yeah, and that's going to be Cody in the middle of that. Number 6 car.
I'll note that for lap 60 to review. Thanks, Ken.
I think Ray may be playing a little damage in that running P8, P9-ish.
We're running 3 wide right now. He's running that high line.
Yeah, you can see Darnell just nowhere near enough speed here. Running on the older car. Back to P10 already. His way to the lead on the outside, though. Facing on the inside, and Tyler Wynn still running up in the top 3, as he's
Can you
done
hear me?
most of the day out here.
Once you rev up, or if the broadcast video itself
Ooh,
A
a little bit of
contact on
has a
that
louder
drive
section
wall.
in it,
high line, Garrett Maines and
the rest of what you're saying
I
now.
think Chris Melton.
We can hear you
You'd
soon.
be correct there, I believe, Kevin. Seems as though that inside line was starting to make
The
it
other
work, and
sounds
ooh, a
drowning
little more
out.
contact on that outside wall.
I ain't trying to be too loud.
Yeah, they're racing now, Luke. I mean,
Here we go.
we've got about
5,
30
6,
or
7, 10.
25 laps to go out here, and seems like they're not really holding back that much. But this top 3's got some speed going, as they're all running single file behind the main or in front of the chaos, and
The big Bruce Walker. Sorry, I
thought
really
you might
wanted
want to take that one.
Yep, really wanted that one. I think they may take up our whole UI. That's okay. And Bellatrix side.
Contact on the main and I will win back in 4 and 5, 5 and 6. Let's say.
That sucks. That sucks.
And they're 3 wide. Malik Ray is riding the sandwich. Cody Nagel's on the outside. I believe that's going to be Adam Young on the inside. And I think we see a little bit of wall scraping there.
Landon Walker, baby.
File back.
Just had him on TV at my football because it's his hometown.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And just a reminder, these cars will be running
Wait,
to the
hey.
end, so we're not going to see any more pits out here, except maybe from John Darnell, but as of right now, it seems like it's
That's how it sounds. Nothing's
you know, a dominant run for Daniel Falkingham and Dylan Bason's run up there the whole time, and a couple of those other guys.
Retaining the lead out here. He's been running quite a few laps out here so far, right?
Yeah, and
Contact with the ball back there, it seems.
a little bit of smoke back there towards the back, but nothing detrimental, nothing crazy going on back there.
You should have to turn it down now.
You know, holding his nose right on the tail of Daniel Falkingham. Appreciate it, Ward. Stopping by. Hope to see you.
Damn, I thought you were in there.
Now's a good time for me to announce that we will be not commentating, but tuning into the post-race arguments and post-race chit-chat that's going to be happening in DC after the race.
Are you pulling it up on your phone?
Seeing the bit wide back here. They're going to start using it pretty wide. Talented bunch of Garrett Maines goes hard into the wall. God damn.
Yeah, bro, just gets peace on the Wagner also caught a stray from that one. Here it means inevitably collected him towards the end of that, actually ending up deciding him somehow. Doesn't really surprise me. Fire racing.
Check out the right and left for me.
Let's take a look at the offboard.
Yeah, I got you.
There's Wagner.
Look fun.
Yeah.
Doubt about that, but what's kind of surprising, or not surprising, but something to pay attention to who's gonna pit and who isn't, because I know some of these guys, I think on that first caution or on that first green flag pit saved a set of tires. So
It's an iracing. When they changed to Atlanta, it was pitting in turn 3.
Tyler Wynn going in and Malik Ray.
we heard on the radio, we did hear on the radio that they did save that first set. If you remember, they had Vondell working with them.
Oh, sorry.
Wagner's
So
Ray and Tyler Wynn as well going in.
All right, thank you, man.
I wonder if Wagner has damage or if that was like 100% net code and he wasn't actually hit by
I
race.
mean, looking at his car out here, it doesn't look. I mean, he drove straight into it head on. I mean,
Probably should have done both cars after I
he's just taking tires out here.
Well, that tells me all I need to know. There was nothing wrong. But
And there's some
yeah.
repairs now.
Yeah,
I'm going into turn 1.
He might be taking some repairs now.
Feel behind you.
It'd be interesting to see the kind of.
I don't know, man.
It's always
I
interesting
think that one
to see the kind of damage
deserves
that
a week
he's
off.
caused. I mean, just looking at his car right
That
now, it
should be
looks
first.
completely fine. He's clearly in there getting something done right now. Going to the bathroom.
I'm on my phone.
Getting a snack or something in the pit stall, or really doing something while these guys are fixing the car. Wagner, Melton, Maines, Hennings, Masranoff, and Guest is the Vondell. All still leaders right now. The rest of the guys are all out. Too wide. That's our second caution of the night. I believe it's going to be 14 to go out.
Yeah, how about Landon Velicky? He's been, inching up every single restart and, every single long run. He's made his way into the top 5 a couple times, but now he's running P3 or P4. I can't tell. I think P4. And he's in a good position to make something happen this race.
Kevin, I believe most of those guys in the pits are going to probably be out of this one. Maines, Asranoff, a couple of the other guys will probably be out of this one. The rest of the guys are all going for it. So all the guys that are currently still in the pits are going to be sitting there for a bit. The James Wagner's on his way out of the pits right now, so he's one of the only ones that's actually made his way out since going in. He started. But it's going to be Daniel Falkenham with the lead on the outside line. Big Reese Walker peeking in on the inside. He's got that beautiful rooster on the front hood with those sunglasses. That Jack Shack car is pretty nice, Kevin. I can't lie.
Yeah, and it's on the inside line right now, which doesn't seem to have the most speed, so something to pay attention to.
Quick question.
Looks like it's kind of 3 wide back there.
You know who I think the cars to look for the win are here tonight, Luke?
Bad decision. Heard that.
I think it's got to be Kyler and Malik. They just took those tires and they are moving. Kyler has made it up 5 positions already, and Malik isn't too far behind.
And Kyler Wynn right now fighting on that outside line. They're 3 wide right there with Cody Nagels on the sandwich line. They're just trying to make up positions here, move around a bit, try to recover those positions they lost. It's getting a bit squirmy there. Tyler Wynn drops down to the inside line. Malik Ray's on the outside, still behind Nagels. He's still behind the 7 minute right now. That's the battle kind of back for, I believe that's right around 6, 5, back to 10.
Yeah.
Wide back there.
Yeah, and they started.
We'll be fine.
They started this restart in 15 and 16, so for them to be in 16, yeah,
They're bunching up.
It's gonna hurt Malik Ray, but Kyler Wynn has made it up 9 spots off the restart, and he's put himself into P6 now. What is P7?
Yeah, no damage, don't worry.
But if he can get by these cars, he's definitely got a shot at this thing. He's gonna split it, make it 3 wide there, get the second lane rolling.
We're seeing
between the 7
2
car.
lanes of 3 wide right now.
Yeah, big push from Kyler Wynn into the big roost, but this outside line is soaring right now.
Kyler Wynn riding the sandwich line right now of that 3 wide situation.
You found Malik though. They're back together.
Yeah, they've linked back up, and we know they're good draft partners. So if anyone's gonna make it work right now, it's gonna be them. They got the freshest cars, I want to say, out here with the tires, but
no doubt.
It's about 9 to go out here. Time's starting to dwindle down. You got to start thinking of something quick.
Yeah, this outside line. Yeah, just
what I was. Oh, and
speaking of which,
they're bunching up.
Uh-oh.
Hold it together, boys.
That's the big roost, and he does hold it together. But that's going to hurt him position-wise a lot.
Now the question's going to be, can he stay in this draft? If he stays in the draft, he still might have a shot at this one. Maybe not a podium position. I'm really giving him a setup right now to prove me wrong. But he's going to stay and retain in the draft right here. So his night's not going to be over. It's going to be 8 laps to go out here. But he's got some ground to make up. Riding back in P15, he wants a shot to be one of the top payout positions in this race. How about it? Kyler Wynn and Malik Ray, they're both leading the charge on the inside line right now. They've got some room, and boy, they are moving with those fresh sets of tires right now.
Yeah, up into P4 and 6, they are, and it's going to be the tail of the night, you know. Can the inside line get the speed that it needs? So far, we haven't seen anything too convincing to say so, but if anybody can do it, it's the 2 of them. Walkingham still leads Basin. Landon Velicky, who's had a great night.
What's going on, Lisa?
Yeah, and Malik's going to try to get up there onto the high line. It's going to strand... Kyler down there a little bit.
Yeah, they're single file all the way through the front right now.
I think that was the right move from Malik. Unfortunate for Kyler, but he's still running P8, so he's going to force his way up there now, and a little bit of bumping going on.
There's that inside line. They're starting to make their moves right now. 4 laps to go. We're going to change this up a little bit here just so we can see things a little bit better here in these last couple laps. It's going to be 4 laps to go. There's your top 5. Daniel Falkingham, Dylan Basin, Landon Velicky, Malik Ray, and Kenny McCullough Jr. He's made his way
Malik
back
goes
up.
back down to the bottom.
How about Team MMS making it work right now? He's made it up to P4.
I'll give it back.
They're 3 wide, a good handful of rows back. They're going to bunch back up to 2. Daniel Falkingham still got the lead on the inside line. Just 3 laps to go, Kevin. It's going to be, can Daniel Falkingham hold on, and can the rest pass him?
Yeah, and you know, Basin and Velicky have kind of just been coasting behind them, but the move's going to be made here soon. They're going to put it in gear, and they're going to try to find any way around Daniel Falkingham, who has dominated a good chunk of this one.
2 laps to go, Kevin. The white flag's going to be coming out next time by. It's about
there goes
go time.
Kyler and Malik. They've got a big run off the inside right now, and they're going to move up to 2 and 4, but we know the exit speed's been very nice to the outside line. They hang on nicely through
He's got his nose in there. They're going to make a run.
Oh yeah, they are. They are on the move with 2 to go here. It's happening.
the white flag is in the air. 1 lap to go.
It's final lap time, and it's going to be the tale of which line can do it, as Daniel Falkingham kind of in between them right now, as he's got a good push. They are double wide behind them, and there's wrecking going on in the back.
Wrecking like shit behind them.
They're staying green out here, though.
Oh,
as it's gonna
shit,
be Falkingham,
McCullough's involved.
Ray, Wynn, Velicki, and they are pushing around, trying to find any way around Falkingham, but it looks like the fight's going to be behind him, and Falkingham's going to win. Bason's going to get second, Ray third, Kyler fourth, and Cody Nagel's going to P5 out of this one. You can see the tower. Take a look at some more results here. It's going to be your top 5 and your top 6 get paid out. And following that top 5.
Official results coming through. I'm getting it. These are top 3 right now. Daniel Falkingham did get credit for the win. Dylan Basin in second. Malik Ray in third. Tyler Wynn in fourth place. And Cody Nagels in fifth place. The official full result board to come up right now as we speak. The victory is going to go to Daniel Falkingham.
Yeah, if I could have got down in the lower tan, it could have been a race.
There's the victory shitties across the front stretch of Atlanta. 1-8 win by Daniel Falkingham. He was looking good all night out here. He managed to bring things home out here tonight. There's your official results right now. I did get the top 5 right, and the rest of them out there. Unfortunate for Kenny McCullough and Daniel Eberhardt. They were a handful involved.
Top 5 involved.
Yeah, I just got the confirmation there. Top 5 is going to be getting paid out.
Sure, tonight.
Good on Cody for squeezing in there, getting that last payout spot.
I'll meet you over in the 9th Gear channel to get these interviews underway.
Sounds good. That was a great win out there by Daniel Falkingham. Good on the rest of the record. Spot. And, yeah, you know, I gotta ask, do you prefer the heat style races, or do you prefer the just the main style races?
Yeah, I think it's really dependent on the track out here. I think if we were to go to like a short track, I think the heats are nice because they're short. It's a lot of excitement packed into a very short race, and I think that's a good idea as far as that goes. But I feel like for tracks like Atlanta and some super speedways, I think it doesn't matter enough. There's too much draft for the heat races to matter enough, and I like the way it's set up without the heat races for these.
Before we get the interview going, I do just want to go back and catch a moment and just see what happened there on that last lap before all hell broke loose across the back straightaway. Kenny McCullough was running, I believe, P4 there before, and the green wide just gets stuffed up between the inside and the outside line. They all just pull left. Like I said, wreck like shit behind them. Wild.
Yeah, you know, that they did. Absolutely. Seeing it down the stream, and yeah.
An unfortunate wreck there for him.
Hunter Hastings pushed Kenny about 100 yards. Sideways, mind you.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, how about we do things backwards this time as we're waiting on some of the other guys to get in here for our interviews. Let's go first place back to third place and start things off with Falkingham.
Yeah.
Hey Dan, guys in the booth, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey man, what a race tonight at Atlanta. You led a lot of laps out here. You dominated the race. A couple charges were made towards the end. We knew, Kyler and Malik would try to make something happen, and you were able to hold not only them off, but also Dylan, who was on your tail for the second half of the race. Can you talk to us about how that race went?
Yeah, definitely was an interesting race with us only having one tire set, and no one went to take your set of tires. But yeah, definitely a lot of. It was very racy up front, but it just felt like we were going so slow. That's just the way these cars are. We're just feel like we're at snail's pace compared to like a next gen or anything else. But Yeah, definitely wanted to plan out when you took your tires. Like I said, we had the one tire set, and I think we took them at the perfect time, just saving our tire set for like a caution. I took all 4 because rather at the end of the race, but I felt like it was pretty hard to go anywhere. Even Malik and Tyler, they had fresher tires than us, because I believe they saved their tire set. And just, I feel like the top was so OP because we're going so slow, and it's really easy to side draft these cars that I don't think they're able to get around us. But and plus, just dirty air was major because of how hot the track was. So many elements that came into play, which makes this race really fun. So, definitely glad it was a straightforward race. We didn't have any issues. I just hate Garrett got wrecked because me and him were working pretty good together there, but he got destroyed for no reason, unfortunately.
That's where you're on the razor really
yeah,
too. You just
nonetheless,
don't see the
we'll take
tires.
another win.
Yeah,
You
you know,
see
it
the
was a
tires.
great race. It seemed like it was a little harder to pass out here at Atlanta in these ARCA cars as opposed to maybe some of the other super speedway tracks we see. You're able to hold it on the outside line. You think it's a lot harder to pass out here as opposed to, you know, the Talladega and Daytona we're used to seeing?
Yeah, it definitely was a lot harder to really make stuff happen, I feel like, because, like you said, the track was so hot. You would get some aero push if once the tires, like we had a lot of tire wear, especially on the right front, so you get really tight. So I think you definitely made for better racing though, because you really had to think about what moves you can make to really get through the field. I feel like, because there was definitely a little bit of strategy that came into that. So, but I think other than that, like I feel like I was able to make all the right moves when I needed to, and I was able to be pretty efficient with what I could do with like
They
passing
use
stuff. So,
all the way up.
I'm glad I made all the right moves, and I'm glad we had our track mission when it mattered right at the end. So we could like just challenge up there. Also got to give a big shout out to Dylan for pushing me really well to keep the outside rolling like we needed to. We were able to hang on to the win there. I'm glad he got second.
But not
Yeah, congratulations,
random more than
man.
once
Great
in, like,
win, a great race.
once every couple
Thanks
months.
for the interview, and even like to shout out before we get you out of here.
Shout out you guys broadcasting. Shout out to Wagner for putting this stuff on. Shout out to the admins, also everyone comes on races, and also shout out to Garrett again for working with him. Also shout out to Basin for giving me the push and giving me the shoves I needed to be able to let us control that entire like last half of the race. So big shout out to them. And yeah, looking forward to next week where we kick off the official season over here. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you, everybody.
Hey, we appreciate it. Daniel Falkingham with a dominant win out here tonight.
And official, the big official series.
Oh, it's Daniel Falkingham. What a lot of laps out here tonight, Luke.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And before we get these
Yeah,
next two,
it's
I just want to point out how
that one that
close
was
of a
paying like
finish it looks
$6,000 extra dollars.
I'm gonna go ahead and change.
It's
I know
that
you're
series.
so you'll be able to see this here really fast. Boy, it was a nail biter. P2 and 3. I mean, it was about as close as it can get here. I know Daniel Falkingham did have the win out here, but just take a peek at how close this was here to the finish. They're door to door here across the bridge. We're getting close to the front stretch right now. They're door to door. It's close. I mean, just.
Ooh. What do we got to read on that?
Dylan Basin gets a steal on the outside line and barely snags the win, snags second place from Malik Gregg, who's on the inside. I mean, I can't really get.
Let's get him in here.
Yeah, get him in here.
See what he has to say about it. Hey, Dylan, guys in the booth, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, you rode Falkingham throughout the last half of that race. I mean, you guys dominated that one, running 1 and 2 for the majority of it. And as he said, you know, not much passing going on, not much ability to make moves out here, but you're able to get the second place by what was maybe a hair on Malik Ray. You want to talk us through how that one went?
Yeah, man, honestly, it was just a matter of track position, you know, finding somebody you work good with. Me and Dan seemed to have a pretty good connection. I took my tires pretty early on at the green flag pit stop, so I was a little worried about how much grip I'd have at the end, but honestly, when you're just up front, managing with somebody, it gets a lot easier to do, especially when they can control the inside lane with the side draft and whatnot.
Yeah, and you know, we saw between the top 3 finishers 3 different times of taking those tires, with Daniel Falkingham doing it on the first caution and Malik doing it on the second. Do you think you took it at the most ideal spot, or do you think taking it with Dan would have been better, or how do you think that would have gone?
I mean, I can't really complain about when I took it, just because of the fact that, you know, it still got me to P2, and I kept my track position the whole time after the yellows came out, so it's... I mean, maybe I could have made a run towards it at the end, but, you know, I had to go through the field again or something like that, and it's a lot more risk with that compared to having the track position, so I think it was ideally timed.
And I've got to agree, Dylan, you got the momentum now. How do you feel going into next week, which is going to be the actual season opener?
Well, we'll see if I show up. Got a pretty busy work schedule coming up next week, but you know, I'm feeling like I'm money racing the scene in general. I've been doing pretty good recently, so I'll try to show up and keep this momentum going.
All right, we appreciate it, Dylan. Congratulations on the second place, and thanks for the interview. And you'd like to shout out before we get you out of here?
Thanks Team Conti and Dan for working me good there, and Malik for having a clean little fun battle at the end right there.
All right, we appreciate it. Dylan Basin with a second place finish out here. That was Dylan Basin. Did we get a time read between the two of them, Luke? On I'm gonna go back and see myself.
Just looking at the official timing right now.
0.003 of a second is what I'm seeing.
Yeah, that's wow. Holy shit.
Let's get Malik in here and see what he has to say. Still got a podium finish out of it.
Oh.
Hey Malik, guys in the booth, you got a copy?
Yo, what's up, man?
Hey man, how you doing? We saw you and Kyler take those tires late. We were wondering how it'd work out, and you guys were flying. You got up, I think it was 10 positions in the first like 3 or 4 laps. And then we were wondering, you know, is the speed going to be there on the inside? We were on 6th and 7th, I think, at one point. Then 2 laps to go, you guys made the move. And we're absolutely moving. We read Dylan got you by 0.003 of a second. We still got a podium finish out of it. Talk us through how that went.
You can't even say that it was.
So me and Kyler went down on the bottom.
Like, you can't say who won.
I was trying to get to, I think it was, I don't know. It was some red car that was in front of me. I was trying to get to his outside. I couldn't do that, so we just decided that it was probably best for us to just go to the bottom. I went to the bottom. Kyler went with me. I think we had a third car, but I think he got sidejacked off of us. And then on the white flag, I think we just didn't have enough cars down there, and they had more cars up top. So we just did our best to sidejack and come home with, like, you know, like each in the top 5. And we both did that, so I can't complain. Shout out to Dan, though, for another good win, man.
Yeah, and unfortunately, red car was Kenny McCullough, who is totaled right now and probably being towed back to the garage. So, not an ideal finish for him, but as for you, a great finish in P3. You got some momentum now. Will we see you next week for the season opener? And if so, you think you'll be able to carry some momentum into that one?
Yes, sir, man. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, we appreciate it, Malik. We will actually be over into the interview waiting room as Wagner wants us to listen in on some of the post-race chatter between the drivers. So congratulations on the podium finish. Thanks for the interview. And even like to shout out before we get out of here.
Shout out to Kyler for his help and you guys for putting on the broadcast. I appreciate it.
Congratulations.
Thank you, man.
I'll pay it,
Ray,
on the
anything you want to talk about
gasoline.
before we head over there, see if some of the drivers want to get over there and shoot the shit. Right now, we only have the top 3 finishers over there.
Oh, I mean, don't matter to me. I mean, I don't got anything to comment on. It was just a great finish, you know, by all those guys. Top 5. You can hop on over there and get a little bit of shoot the shit if you want.
Give it a second, see if some drivers get over there. I just put a message out. You can see that in the general chat. The way we are going to do this, if some guys go over there and start talking, we're literally just going to sit there quietly and listen in, try to get a read on who's talking when, but as of ourselves, not saying much. So if you want to head over there and just mute our mics, Luke, I'll follow you.
Sounds good to me.
If some guys go over there and start talking, we're just gonna sit there. Mike,
Is that an Aaron Smith special?
Well, I just loosened up from baseline, but it's still tight because it has to be. If I made it any looser, they were gonna die. The donators, they call. Wait, are you live, Daniel? Oops.
I'm in a live broadcast right now.
Oh, we are?
How we doing, Kevin?
Hey man, what's up?
Fellas, yeah. Probably should have given you guys a
disclaimer.
disclaimer. Sorry about that. We were instructed to come in here and get a little bit of post-race shit with the drivers after the race. So.
Well, we need Christopher Melton and Garrett Mays in here. That's what we need.
Malik said he has none of it, bro. He was out of here.
Yeah, not looking like it's a big
It's
hit.
gonna be a boring end. There's like, I think everyone's already just called for the night. I hate to be we're trying to be entertaining here.
Yeah, here's Hunter. I know Hunter pushed Kenny to the end of that race, about ass backwards after Kenny got stuffed up with a decent bit.
Oh yeah.
Man, I had fresh tires. Was making a move. Nobody with me on the outside, just me. Would have cleared Kenny probably. And then I don't know what happened. They all came up and took me out.
Yeah, I'm looking back.
I just needed one person with me on that last lap.
Yeah, you were
Because I
moving. I
pitted
know.
for four tires under that caution, so I think I had the newest tires out of everybody.
Yeah, I know Malik and Kyler did the same, and
Their tires really did not mean much that race. I mean, they definitely meant something like in the middle part of the race, but like at the end with only like 15 laps, we were going so freaking slow. It was so easy to side draft.
yeah. It seemed like off the restart, it kind of had an effect. I know we saw Malik and Kyler move up like 8 positions on that first lap, but then I mean, it looked
They
about like
had to like take advantage and like had to be aggressive on like the restarts and stuff too.
Yeah.
So like once everyone was like up to speed, it was so just hard to do anything.
I don't know. Whenever that went back green on last, I think I was dead last. I was like 16th. Last person went
What?
back.
Anybody still qualifying?
From like 16th to 4th in like 2
Oh my
laps.
God, qualifying for what?
Well, you know, who knows? Maybe maybe in the next one it'll be a little more of a eventful ending. Might get a little more.
45.
It says 8:30 on the
I
flyer.
don't know where everybody is. There's no one in here. I wonder where.
It says 8:30. It opens at 8:30. I think. Yeah, now you got me confused.
We need some of this on
Are
the
we
short
still?
track
Are we
racing.
still? Are we still in the? Are we still in the session?
Yeah.
You want? Hang on. If you want, I'm gonna do some analysis here. I need to go look at this last lap wreck.
Oh, the one involving McCullough.
That's Northwest.
Everyone, the big wreck at the end, because I want to do some. If y'all are still in the session, I want to do some analyzing for y'all.
Oh yeah,
Let's analyze the session.
Dream it up, Luke.
One moment.
Bring up in Discord. I'm gonna do my best at driver analysis on what happened.
All right.
There's a lot of stuff that went down. So I need to make this entertaining somehow.
Let's see here. We'll go and swap to the overhead of Kenny McCullough. I know that happened right around now.
Let's back this up once we get set.
Alright.
So it looks like the number 8 car. Now this was a big issue throughout the whole night. It was very easy to get tight, especially coming off of 2. Off of 2 was actually pretty sketchy, like the front end wanted to take off. So I believe this is what's happened to the 8 car. I believe that's good old Steve on the bottom.
Justin Yee.
Getting into the 19. That's
That's
who
that
is that?
weird guy that
It's Kenny. Kenny's the 19.
sniffling.
Cody's the 9. I'm the 44.
Cody, it's like the Cody slides up
Huh?
at the 44 too, but they're fine. But
The
that's
guy
what
that
sets
kept
off the wreck.
sniffling
The
the other
19
day
getting
in that
together.
video.
And we're wrecking, and they're
That's what
wrecking
that
some
is.
more. We're not done yet. Poor Steve. He has nowhere to go. He got up into Kenny, gets through that initial wreck, then he gets sent spinning along with the old 7 car of Jared.
Oh yeah, they're wrecking on the inside line.
And guess what? We're not done yet. Because if you want to go up to the Keselowski, that would be Kyler. If you want to go up to that car real quick. P4.
There they are. Oh yeah, I saw this through 3 and 4.
Yeah, I believe we are going to have what the iRacing specialists call netcode. As you see, Kyler gets pulled up the track right there. Because the netcode, from what I've heard on these
That was a
ARCA
good
cards,
team.
is really, really bad. It's pretty similar to what
That
the
was a
D car is, where there's like so much
Ooh.
netcode, especially on the right side.
Oh man, that just
And unfortunately, that knocks Landon,
just enough.
and then knocks Landon sadly out of the money spot.
That is just so unfortunate for him.
Was it top 5 on money tonight?
Yeah, it was top
Was the top 5. It was originally 6, but then they changed it to, we have got trouble.
I don't know if you saw a replay of Garrett's wreck yet, but I mean he got.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Yeah, hold on, let me see if I can go up and find that one. That one was
I'll find what lap it was on.
I think it was lap 78.
Oh, yeah.
78.
Lap 73, lap 73. this Christopher Mellon, I guess, standing on business here or what? I don't know what went down, but it's pretty bad.